I hate this game, but I also love it. But I'm not addicted. It's kind of like a hobby, like knitting, but with glass shards. Brawlhalla is a 2D platform fighting game, like no other. It has incredibly fast gameplay, well, most of the time, and a lot of weird but cool game mechanics. And of course, it has weapons. 14 to be exact, and every legend in the game has 2. Somehow, they are all balanced. Of course, some are better against others, but usually it is pretty fair. Usually. In this video, I'll show you all of them. Well, not proper gameplay, because I'm stuck on 1800 elo. Yes. All of the things I say in this video are obviously my own opinion. And I'm not trying to offend anyone with my opinions. At least directly. I am low plat and I built my opinion based on the rank I'm currently in. So yes, just wanted to say that. The first batch of weapons consists of 5 weapons. They are weapons for if you play the game but don't want to concentrate too hard. I'm not saying they're skillless weapons, most definitely not, but they are not too hard at the same time. Catharsis first, and honestly, I love this weapon. It is a really annoying to face, but it isn't unfair in any way, shape or form. Catars are 2 little knives you have, and they're really fast, and don't have a whole lot of recovery time. It pushes you to play aggressively because of the short range. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage either, but if you catch 57 stabs in 3 seconds, it won't matter anyway. Good. Next up is sword, a weapon even faster than Catars. The range is pretty good and the damage is fine as well. The major difference between Catars and sword is that you'll see more players playing a bit passive. It is a super fun weapon as well. The reason for that is the exact same reason as for the Catars. You can just zoom. It is fast, medium range and does fine damage. I like it. Bow is a weapon I haven't played a whole lot, but I do have some experience with it. One thing you'll notice a lot with bow players is the distance they keep from you. They're waiting to hit you with that juicy downlight all the time. I would say this weapon isn't too hard, and facing it is not the most annoying thing, although a little bit. The weapon is on the slower side, does pretty good damage I would say, and has medium to high range with some attacks. Good! Boots is the newest addition weapon-wise in Brawlhalla. I really do not like facing them because for some reason, at least on my elo, they play super passive. They do not attack me until I do, and as an aggressive and impatient player, I cannot handle it. I go bat crazy after 3 minutes. The range is low, as the damage is, but it is quite fast. All that said, the weapon is fun to play, but I don't really like it. Okay, this is the last one of the first batch, and it is the last one for a good reason. I've seen this weapon more often than my own father. Of course, I'm talking about Scythe. All of these wannabe sandstorms and Pavelskis make me want to
have fun.
I feel like you have way too much control over your enemy. I mean, I can't really blame the players, although I do, but the weapon is just really fun to play. Being able to decide where you want him to be, I mean, it's fun. The range is fine, the damage is utter, but the speed is really nice. But please, for the love of God, stop spamming down airs. The next 6 weapons are weapons I would say need a bit more skill and attention to play. As I said before, the last 5 weapons still are viable and good weapons, but in my opinion it is more impressive to be able to play these 6. Blasters, my main weapon. I love it, but it kinda sucks. I mean, it is not a bad weapon or anything, but they nuked blasters a while back. They're trying to buff this weapon with the last balance patches, and it's fine. I cannot wait until they release the grounded down air. If that really comes out, blasters will be great again. Enough glazing now. It can be really annoying to face some blaster players. And I do not mean the good ones. I mean the ones that think they're good by spamming side air and down air. The range is really nice, it is pretty slow and does pretty good damage. Although they nuked it, I love it. I'm not going to refer to this weapon as grappling hammer. So hammer. In my humble plat opinion, a mad impressive weapon. I cannot really say anything to that weapon. Mixed range, aerial good range, grounded rather short range, insanely slow with unholy recovery frames, but kick damn it. Impressive weapon. Okay, it kinda hurts putting cannon in this patch, but I would be coping hard if I didn't. I hate facing this weapon. It is fast, has great range, and does a ton of damage. I cannot really give you any downsides, other than that the weapon is slower than Katars and Sword. And it's hard to play, I guess, a little bit. Okay, stop the cope. That weapon is hard. It has super weird hitboxes, which can be really irritating trying to learn that weapon. But if you master it, well, now the enemy is the one getting irritated by the weird hitboxes. I hate it, but it's kinda hard, I guess. Orb is kinda the same deal as cannon, but less. It is a hard weapon to learn, mastering the spacing and so forth. I do have respect for good orb players, but if he decides to play passively, it's over. I hate passive orb plays with a passion, because not only does orb have an insane range, but him also playing passive? That goes too far. I mean, yeah, insane range, fine damage, and it is kinda on the slower side of weapons, but it is great. Never underestimate a good orb player.
Number 10, Spear.
Okay, so basically orb, but Wushan. It is a great weapon, but yet again, if he plays passively, it's doomsday. One downside to this weapon are the recovery frames and the general speed of this weapon. It is quite slow and makes a miss from you to an instant punish from the enemy. The range is insanely good as well, and the damage is pretty good, I would say. I do not rip my eyes out when I play against it. So pretty good. And lastly, gauntlets. I love this weapon, I really do. But I kinda suck at it. People that are really good with gauntlets are the scariest entities I have ever faced in any game. Like honestly, if you ask me to 1v1 a gauntlet player or Michael Myers, I'd have better chances against Mikael. Mad impressive weapon, not as impressive as Hammer, but still. Short range, quite fast and fine damage. Pleasant to face, unless he is insane. And I like to play it, good. I really wish the video would be over now. These next 3 weapons are the absolute worst to play against. If I play against these weapons, I have to lock in. I clench my cheeks and sweat for my life as if I'm being held on gunpoint. After every round against these weapons, I have to take a 10-minute yoga pause so that I'll for myself. Worst of all is that they know it. All of them know it, but they don't care. They just want to win no matter what it costs. If you play one of these 3 weapons, you don't play the weapons.
The weapons play you.
We'll start with the least bad one out of these 3. Greatsword. In my opinion, it is the least bad one, because it at least takes some form of skill to play it. The weapon has unholy damage. 1 string and you're orange, on the brink of death. The recovery frames are not as long as they should be for a heavy weapon. In the latest balance patch, one of them got fixed at least. It is insanely good in the air. Being juggled with neutral airs and recoveries is the worst feeling you'll ever feel, because every single one of those hits deal great damage, both in the game and mentally. Trying to dodge a greatsword string is like trying to dodge a 2000 meters per second bullet flying at you. One mistake and you're done for. I do not like facing it, and no matter how bad you are, if you play this weapon you'll play 25% better than you did before. Better in the sense of winning more and not actually having skill. I do not like it, but I'm able to keep my temper. For now. So first of all, if anyone has a petition to remove Lance from Brawlhalla, please send it to me. I absolutely hate this weapon. In my opinion, it is the worst weapon to play against. The next one is definitely more broken and stronger, but playing against Lance is just not fun. The sounds don't make it better either. You just hear the constant sound of rockets while you're getting fiddled by this 10-meter toothpick. Worst of all is the punishability of this weapon. There is none. It is like cannon but worse. And the recovery, don't even get me started on that. You cannot a Lance player unless you insta-KO him. He will come back like the Undertaker and start fiddling you again, and all because of that recovery. Unless you snipe him with a precision weapon throw while he is charging his recovery, he is coming back. The range is too much, the speed is too much, the damage is too much, the weapon is too much. Please remove, thank you very much. And lastly, what every single one of you who played Brawlhalla expected. Axe. This weapon needs a nerf. A proper one, BMG. What is this weak grounded recovery nerf? What were you thinking? I hate this weapon. I mean, playing this weapon is just straight up lame. I can't even be mad at Axe players. I'm just disappointed because I know, and they know too. The second they pick up their secondary weapon, they play 70% worse. As the game stands right now, it is the strongest weapon and meta weapon #1. You just know that you have to lock in and play like a god just so you can barely win against a backseating Axe player. I really am hoping for an Axe nerf, because it genuinely is too strong. Axe is not my main weapon, but when I recorded the footage for this video, Axe was the only weapon I won all of my matches with. I think that says it all. Please just nerf Axe. So that was something, huh? All 14 weapons of Brawlhalla in one video. I want to say again, these are all my own opinions, except Axe, because that was just straight facts, and maybe that's a little. But other than that, these are all my own opinions. I'm a low plat player, I do not play this game religiously, I have about 500 hours in this game, and it is far from being my main game. So take everything I said in this video with a grain of salt. Thank you for watching, and
Nerf Axe!
I like bees.